Hi, I'm going to talk about childhood. That's why I'm silly. I hope you don't mind. How childhood shapes us as an adults. Well, this is very deep topic. I'm not going to go deep into this topic because it's a huge one, but I'm going to just generally describe how it affects us. One of the biggest problem is that we don't recognize that childhood experience is inbuilt in us. It's innate. We live with this. We breathe with this. Every decision we make, every move we make with childhood experience in every cell. So it does make us unaware of certain things. And sometimes, whatever we have in childhood, whatever we experienced, um, whatever household we had affects what we have in life. For instance, if we had abusive relationship between our mom and dad, some people they suffer so much that they internally make a decision. I'm not going to have a spouse because that is so horrible. This is so painful that me personally, I cannot deal with this and I don't want to deal with this. Some people were in the same, say, in the same abusive household. They grow up and they suffered a lot, and they can decide, okay, I am going to have a spouse because ABC benefits, because I need protection, and I need somebody to hold on to, right, for various reasons. Because maybe these people get abusiveness in their internal programming, so they do need another person to repeat this. But because they suffer as children, they go, okay, I'm going to get married, but I'm not going to have a child because when I was growing up, it was so painful. Okay, so here's another, basically the same, like abusive household, but different takeaway. Some people, they grew up in a somewhat um, good childhood situation, but parents weren't honest with each other. And children, they do read things like this. You don't need to be, like yelling at each other, or having problems, like very big problems. But for instance, if something is happening between husband and wife, and one knows and another knows, and there is, like, say they're cheating, or something else is happening, but they are not honest enough with themselves to bring it up, clarify, and either do something about it or don't, okay, or make a decision to separate, a child senses that. And a child is growing up with a sense of he or she is not stable, emotionally stable, and they are constantly insecure. Okay, and sometimes they don't understand why they are insecure. Okay, they may have a good job, they may have a good spouse, but they constantly looking for insecurity, and a lot of things that they are doing brings them insecurity. And in many cases, they do ruin their relationship in a family. Even if a spouse can be great, they do everything to prove themselves correct because of their childhood script. That's the time when they need somebody to help them. So, or say one grew up in a family that didn't provide a lot of love internally. they they are hungry for love, but they don't know how love looks like, because they've never had it in their life. Mom and daddy never showed the love, and they never felt really love. They looking for something. They feel like there is something else. There is something warm. Like everybody is talking about it. It's warm. How does it feel? How does it look? I don't know. So, and they're struggling to find this in their life as an adult. And it goes deeper, and those people also need therapy in a way to show them, to separate their own feelings from what is it and start exploring it. But meanwhile, those people, because they don't know how is that, they may provide their own family with lack of warmth. Those are the spouse when, like when something happens in their life, they have hard time with hugging, with kissing, with comforting each other. They just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to beat the shit out of each other and their children. Okay, and they do know how to set up goals for their children, so they constantly stress, and they constantly, like, have an unhealthy situation in their family, but they don't see it. They honestly think that whatever they are doing is correct, because their childhood situation, the childhood scripts that they grew up with, provides them with this exact picture. So it does affect us a lot. Will it take forever to fix? No. But one should be aware of certain things, and one should start learning things about their own childhood holes. It's not a pleasant experience to go in and, like, all of a sudden you realize that all your life, wherever you thought, like, you have a great family, all of a sudden when you look at wherever you had when you were a child, you realize that, well, like, my perfect family wasn't really perfect. And a lot of people, they don't want to look in their childhood because they afraid internally. They feel that they're going to see something that is not correct and they're afraid of it. But guess what? It's worth looking into, because the benefits of what you're going to get after you clean your own lenses, it's they're going to be tremendous. You're going to be so much happier. You're going to be so much healthier as a human being, as a family member, and your family will benefit, and your children, they will have a different life. Okay, because in many cases we don't give children love because of our own childhood. And this is the scary part, because we think that, well, we want to give our children love, and we do give this love to children. But when children grow up, they start hiding things from you. And you go, why? That's why. Because you were dishonest with yourself at a certain time of your life, and children felt this. And no one is benefiting from lies, and no one have ever been benefiting from lies. So childhood scripts are very important. So make sure that you address that if it's your issue. And if I can help, please come and I'll help you. Or we'll be talking about it, or we'll be doing webinars, whatever you need. But those are issues that needs to be looked at and into. Don't be afraid. It's not that scary.